I want to keep to myself.
Especially when it comes to my personal data online. I really don't want any hackers snooping on me, so I use NordVPN.
Okay, well, staying on the subject of privacy, I'd like to move this onto privacy coins. Because, and then I suppose we could talk a little, and of course talk a little bit about cryptocurrency. What do you think privacy coins are so important?
Okay, well, to explain why privacy coins are so important, we have to first look at non-privacy coins, don't we? Like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and all the ERC20 tokens, thousands of them, all the way up to ERC1440 on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, if I have your wallet address, and how easy is that? Many people just publish it on the fucking Twitter account. Probably. I can't steal from you just from your wallet address. You're perfectly safe. But if I can't get it publicly, then I'll sell you something that you desperately want, or buy from you something you're trying to sell. Then I have your wallet address forever after. I know exactly what your balance is, how much you are fucking worth, what comes in and from what address, and what goes out and to what address. Now imagine you're choosing a bank in your local neighborhood. If it's 5 or 6, and you walk in one and say, "What do you guys do?" And they say, "Well, I'll tell you what, we have something spectacular here in this bank. If anybody who has an account with our bank ever writes you a check, all you've got to do is bring that fucking check in, and we'll tell you how much they're worth, how much is in their account, what their last deposit was, and what their last withdrawal was." How about that for a service? That's Bitcoin people and Ethereum people. And if that's what you're happy with, then hey, God bless your little hearts, and may you live long and prosper, whatever that is. So, no, nobody wants that. Please, not really. We say we do, but you know we don't. We want fucking privacy. Like we want the ability to choose whether or not to walk up to a total stranger in the street, grab them by the collar and say, "I fucked my wife's sister." Okay, well, please be my guest. And just see how far that's going to get you. No, most of us would rather not say anything to anyone about our finances, not even sometimes the ones we are the closest to and love the most, our spouses. Listen, my life is a bit extreme. Some of my experiences are probably so radical that no one's ever heard of it. But some of the things that I've experienced are that, my husband is a lie, sometimes, maybe 1 out of a million, to their wives, and wives, maybe 1 out of a million, lie to their husbands. Well, if that is one of those rare and exceptional circumstances, which few people ever experience, for example, I mean, imagine the shock, for example, of finding out perhaps that your spouse had an affair. I mean, I've heard of it. I don't. No one that's in your listening group has probably heard of it, but man, I have heard of it. I mean, statistically, that's 83% of the population. And if you do not have an arrangement with your spouse that goes, "Okay, well, yeah, that's okay, Ted. You want to fuck people, but make sure it's only on Fridays and Sundays, because on Saturdays, remember, we go to Mom's house." If you do not have a relationship like that, that you're going to consider your affairs, if you have one or have ever had one, you're going to consider them extremely private in any conversation that you have with your spouse. Do you see the problem that we have? Right? We actually believe we can survive without the one thing more important than food and water. The one thing necessary for survival, and that, people, for God's sake, is privacy. And it began with the earliest, not even hominids. I mean, I don't talk about alligators, who gives a flying fuck. Those that found a food source, but which was restricted. Being able to be private about that led to the development of your genes becoming us here and now. So accept the truth of us, what I said to begin with. Find out who the fuck you are and be that person without any kind of judgment or persecution or, ooh, that's awful. No, I don't care if you eat children for fucking breakfast. Embrace that. God knows why you do it, but you know, and that's all that matters. And then may you never get caught. Yes, I can say.
Sure, I got it. So it makes complete sense to me, because when I go to the shop, I don't want them to know how much is in my account, and if I'm using Bitcoin, then they're going to know how much Bitcoin I got if I buy.
They know, or Ethereum. They know.
Not the case
with a privacy coin. With a privacy coin like Monero, SafeX, Zcash, if you're technical enough. Okay, these coins, especially Monero, it's not like Bitcoin in terms of ease of use.
Yeah.
But nobody, not God, him or herself, manifest on Earth at this moment could find out who the fuck the sender and receiver is of a Monero transaction.
Sure.
And if you combine that with a distributed exchange, then good God, people, we have freed ourselves. Because a distributed exchange can never be shut down.
Yep.
And neither. I'm sorry. Okay,
we'll
yes, go ahead.
Exchange in a moment, right? But
whatever you like.
Have you? Are you familiar with Pirate Chain?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't get out much. Okay, enlighten me.
Okay, so it has the largest anonymity set of all the privacy coins. A larger anonymity set than
what is it called again?
Pirate Chain.
Pirate, P-R-A-T.
Yeah. If you look at Pirate Chain,
like Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
That's right. If you look,
hey, whoa! They stole my fucking title. I am a goddamn pirate. So you tell if you know any of those motherfuckers, you got to change their name to something. I don't care what it. Revolutionist, assaulter. I mean, pirate. That's my fucking name. I'm sorry. I get on the rant about my own name.
Ticker symbol is ticker symbol is ARRR, which is R.
ARR.
Yeah, and
these motherfuckers. No, do you know them?
Yes.
Do you know it's the developers?
It's a community project. I'm not a developer. I'm one of the admins on the Telegram group. It's a community project, decentralized, and
okay, let me ask you the only question that actually fucking matters. How many goddamn programmers do you have on this project?
That I don't know. I'm not involved in the development, but it's from the Komodo's ecosystem. So a lot of the Komodo developers are working on the Pirate Chain project.
Okay.
Here's the thing about Pirate.
Listen, okay. Why don't we do the following? I mean, you people who are listening to this in the background, ignore everything. This is just business, and go make yourself a sandwich or a beer or what have you. Now, I need to talk to these pirate folks, okay? Not because they stole my title, although we will have to discuss that, but because I just like the fucking concept. And association with John McAfee, no matter how bad that may look on the surface, like what you're going to associate with that madman, psychopathic, paranoid freak? I know that sounds bad, but those who have associated with me prosper, people. So somebody out there in pirate land, get your ass together and contact me, okay? And
I will
promise
you with one of the captains from the good ship Pirate Chain.
And I promise you that although we will have to discuss the atrocity and personal offense of using my title. I will draw no blood, and therefore it's perfectly
John,
safe.
John, you are a very generous man. That goes without saying. What happens? This is the thing.
I'm sorry.
This is the thing.
Go ahead.
This is the thing I like about. I'm going to say again, you are terrible.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Because if you don't, I won't be able to. Okay.
Okay. So this is the thing about pirate. So the first coin is mined. It's a proof of work coin.
Oh, it's a mine coin. It's a proof of work.
Proof of work, decentralized, no ICO, fair launch, no pre-mine. And then the coin goes from the miner to the wallet. That transaction you can see. After that, you can't see anything on the Block Explorer. No data whatsoever. Every single
ask those motherfuckers to get in touch with me now, because they will not have. If they need help, not financial. This pirate does not lend money to.
No.
Right? So, however, if you need a compatriot who has sailed these waters of business and technology for 52 of my 74 years, then you motherfuckers need to get in touch with me, because otherwise, I mean, what I will do is after you have become successful, I will just go, oh, what the fuck is that? Something successful out there. And I will just rage your asses and take over. So isn't it better to contact me first?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
I will put them in touch with you. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. Now, related, when I said to you that it was from the Komodo ecosystem,
yes,
something registered with you about the Komodo ecosystem. Like
only because, listen, I mean, I'm a kind of guy, again, I'm 74, my brain is not exactly what it used to be. I mean, the fact that I can barely walk because of my knees, and that's a physical attribute that is diminished nothing compared to what is diminished up here. So right now, all I do is remember things like keywords. I'm like Google at the upper level, right? Komodo, luckily I had heard that word 37 times in 16 different contexts. That's all I can goddamn remember. What it is, I can't fucking tell you.
Okay.
It went up. Somehow it got up there in the top 30 things in crypto that if I heard again, I wanted to listen to. So please, enlighten me.
Here's where I think, so Komodo, they have just incredible technology. And one thing in particular that they've just launched, which I've tested, is a true atomic swap, decentralized exchange that works on a mobile phone. It doesn't use proxy tokens, and they use it's cross-platform. So I've sold Komodo for Digibyte. You can.
So they have cross chain already, or are they planning it?
They have cross chain already. There's no sign up. It's fully decentralized. Fully anonymous.
Okay, well then listen. Okay, now I'm sorry, but I've got to revisit my earlier statement about please contacted me for cooperation. It is very clear now that you are not cooperation, but absolute fucking competition for the McAfee deck. And while you do have cross chain now, I'm yet to believe it. My question number one is, do you support Bitcoin? Because if so, you had to use atomic swaps. We're coming up with Bitcoin at the end of this fucking month. So the only thing I really want to know is, please, names, addresses, phone numbers, number of children and names, where they go to school. That will be sufficient, I think. And I will solve this potential problem before it actually happens. No, hey, pirate guys, call me anyway. Listen, I don't care if you are my competition. I mean, you are my competition anyway, you fucking pirates, right? And I regret to say that I have sailed these waters way before you, sorry young motherfuckers. And this is my goddamn ocean. So if you want any booty whatsoever, you motherfuckers better talk to me. So whether you like me as a competitor or not, okay? Let's say politely, with due respect, Respect
Sure.
to everybody I just spoke to, but get your sorry asses here at the table. Understand? Thank
Sure, sure. We will work something. I will put you in touch with Pirate Jane. But there's something behind what you're saying that I want to point to, right?
Yes, tell me.
And I've said it. One is about your generosity. The other is that, like, I suppose your spirit. You know, you don't have to be doing this. You don't have to be in hiding. You don't have to be running as a president. Why don't you just go and live a quiet life and disappear, right? What is it that motivates you, that has you do what you do? Why are you doing this?
It's too late for me to live a quiet life.